Yeah, so I mean, Butler's sort of perspective is originally from like a queer sort of feminist perspective, right? So she's not writing really from an ethnic perspective, from the racial sort of perspective that you get from Anzaldúa and Du Bois, but she's making a similar argument about language, right? Here she gets a little heavy and into the philosophical tradition itself, um, basically saying where she comes from, where she gets her ideas, referencing Hegel and Heidegger. Um, okay, and here she talks about here, which is could have been she could be speaking to Gloria Anzaldúa, um, in this section here, where you know most people say philosophy, and especially the Judith philosophy of Judith Butler, is very hard to understand. But here she talks about like the the exhilaration of working through a difficult text that is trying to think in different ways, which is not giving you the answers, which is giving you new words or new ways of thinking about things. And she says, frankly, she finds this very exhilarating, very creative, and she also finds it a political act. So she's basically saying the same way Ansel Dewitt says it. It's like, we are sort of conditioned to read Disneyfied sort of um, informationalized textbooks that the creative and critical and complex world that we live in is linguistically both in spoken language and written language reduced to a very automated, mechanical, informational type language, which for both writers, they see that as a type of control which the educational complex, which the nation state is sort of enforcing on people. And it's turning everyone into the same type of political agent or political subject. So she, gets into that, really heavy duty. And as we scroll through here, more things to see. References Marxist capitalism in light of this idea of difficult text and difficult language. Gives some examples from her own sort of classroom experience. And then she talks about the idea of multilingualism arising, out of class, right? And here she phrases the argument of monolingualism versus multilingualism.